Deep in the dark, I felt the fire flicker, ignite the flame and give us life. My cursed mark and hollow heart grows sicker, out of the shadow cometh light. Kill me, I'd like to see you try. You take my life, I fail to die. The fires fade, now close your eyes and sing my undead lullaby. The night will fall and swallow light to fill my dark hollow inside, and yet my death is all but nigh. Sing my undead lullaby. Keep the fire bright, I can see your breath as the cold creeps in. You are beyond death. Take a leap of faith, unless you're scared to try. Now brace yourself for me and prepare to die. In a barren land where the dead will walk and the dragons fly. Blood across the sand, good intentions crumble as the demons rise. Welcome to my own hell, a place I know well, there's nothing like. Hope you came prepared, because this is where angels come to die. Bloodstains of the fallen plague this trail you're walking, a warning to be hearkened. Eyes of fate are always watching, desecrated grave forgotten, seed of evil in the garden. Rise up from your coffin, submit yourself unto the darkness. Darkness is falling, grim reapers calling, shadows are coming to life. I must rekindle embers that dwindle, ashes and cinder will I rise.
Hello, and welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. I am your record keeper for the evening, Dr. Crow. And I would like to welcome my good friends, Hex Harper, playing Alexei Borakov.
Hey, Crow.
Nick Brown, the man of renown, playing Matthew Moore.
Hello there.
Blue Teddy Narrations, playing the lovely Miss Daisy.
Hello, hello.
And the Amish Man, playing Gerard Barrington.
Hello.
When we last left off, our players had returned to Vallaki and quickly dealt with a uprising from a cult of Strahd, using rats to terrorize the town. Regrouping with the army, and deciding to ignore the invitation they got from Strahd to come and dine at Castle Ravenloft. They set out along with Rudolph Van Richten, Esmeralda D'Alverni, and Periwimple to the swamp to go and handle this hag that is out there they deemed would be a problem when they eventually lay siege to Castle Ravenloft. Along the way, Daisy made a particular connection with the Ravens of Barovia. becoming a full-fledged member of the Keepers of the Feather. Within the swamp, they found Baba Lysaga. While Daisy distracted her, Matthew and Esmeralda snuck up upon the hut to free the ravens she had captured. But Baba Lysaga tempted Daisy with a ritual to turn her human. Daisy undertook the ritual, and while Matthew tried to save her, was indeed met by the Night Mother, who granted her wish of becoming human in return of knowing her name. The implications of that have yet to rear its head. Matthew and Daisy managed to stop the hut, which had begun to animate and scroll around like a spider, as Baba Lysaga gave chase to the rest of the party in a floating giant skull. Surrounded by her minions, these animated scarecrows filled with poisonous snakes, our group are on the run. And that is where we begin. Alexi and Gerard.
Yep.
You are currently with Periwinkle and Van Richten, making your retreat out of the swamp. But you can hear cackling from behind you. Something starts whizzing through the air.
Is she shooting at us, or what exactly is whizzing through the air?
These small little pebbles are landing around you, almost being shot like bullets at you.
Okay.
Anything you two want to try to do to try to get out of these lines of fire?
Do we have any trees or anything like that for cover?
Yeah, there are trees on both sides of the path. You can definitely duck around them.
Yeah, start weaving through trees.
All right. So as you burst into the tree line, Van Richten and Periwinkle right behind you. Van Richten is having a hard time keeping up with his old joints and leaning heavily on his cane. He's clearly not going to be able to run for much longer.
About how far away are these shots coming from?
Probably about 200 feet.
So,
Periwinkle, help Van Richten.
All right, Periwinkle wraps one arm around his waist, the other arm up over his shoulder, kind of like practically carrying him.
You got any ideas for Van Richten?
Look for the hand she's casting magic from. That should be where her ward's at the weakest, so she can launch the energy.
All right. How do we distract her long enough to, get a good shot in or anything?
Alexi, take Periwinkle and Van Richten that direction.
You be careful.
And he's going to go the opposite direction. He pointed.
All right. Simple divide and conquer. All right. So she is floating above the trees, ducking and diving around the large pine trunks. He goes, "Where did you go, my pretties? Baba Lysaga only wants to talk."
So she's up in the air, not down anywhere then.
Yeah, she's up in the air.
Okay.
She's
Well,
still below
I
the
did-
tree line, but she's like not even with the ground.
Let's see here. I do have rope, but I don't think Gerard would know how to make a lasso, so that's out of the question. He's going to try to use trees to get closer to her.
All right. You're going to try to stealth up to her.
Yep.
All right. Roll that stealth.
Success.
All right. See if she can roll a Listen check to hear you. That is a fail. So you are able to get around her without her noticing.
How close can I get to her?
We'll say you're able to get up to maybe about 30 feet.
All right, let's see here. My skills.
Does Van Richten do anything as soon as we come to a stop or find a hiding space? Or
Van Richten? He's currently looking through his big bag of tricks.
okay, I'll just if I can see her somewhere through the tree line, I'll just keep an eye on her. Because it's not like I have a gun or anything.
No, but I do. Gerard will take out the gun, kind of pull out the magazine, seeing that he's got the one bullet left.
All right. Got one shot.
Yeah. He's gonna try to steady himself as best he can. He's gonna try to basically shoot the hand.
Shoot the hand. All right.
I will use luck to make that a success.
All right. Let's see if she is able to make a duck for cover roll. She gets a disadvantage. Oh, wait, nope. You're taking her by surprise. All right. So you made a success.
Yep, I had to use luck, but I did succeed in shooting her.
All right. Roll for damage.
Oh wait, I succeeded normally. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry about that.
Oh, awesome. Even
I
better.
didn't have to use luck at all. So 5 damage.
5 damage. All right, that is a hefty hit, especially just focusing on her hand. So, Alexi, you and your group hear this blood-curdling screech and then a loud crash. Daisy, you, Matthew, and Esmeralda, who you were able to catch up with, she didn't get up with the rest of the main group, are able to hear that crash and pinpoint where everybody else is as well. And Gerard, when you shot through the hand, there was a big flash of blue center around her, and the skull immediately fell and crashed to the ground.
All right, we'll charge. Basically, we'll draw the sword, charging quickly towards where the landing happened.
All right.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, she's down. I'm just gonna rush in.
Rush in.
Beat the old hag. Kick her while she's down.
Get her.
There.
So she's pulling herself up from her quick wreckage. She sees you rushing her, Barrington. She's holding this bloody hand, which has a big hole in it now. You little cretin. See how you like being a toad. And she's just going to point right at you, Barrington. I need you to roll a POW check.
Power.
It's one of your stats.
You sure use the strength?
No, power.
Oh, I know the error is. That I will use luck on, or can I use luck on that?
Yes, you are able to use luck on it.
Yeah, so that will be a success then.
So you start to feel all this weird, bizarre strangeness around you as like this mist starts to cover you up as you're choking, coughing, almost croaking sound, and she's just cackling. She's casting this spell on you. It has brought you to a stop, but you have resisted the effects. Alexi, you're coming up right behind her.
Yep. And am I able to am I able to punch her?
Yes.
Rabbit punch to the back of the head.
Whack.
That is a 45 out of 74. That is a hit.
Roll that damage.
And I'm still wearing my knuckle duster, so I get an extra point of damage. Yay!
Yay.
Oh, this is looking good. Wait. 6 damage.
All right, so you come. Are you trying to kill her or?
Well, I mean, she's
Yes.
clearly, I'm going right for the back of the head. Just
All right, so you just go, and she punches her right in the back of the head, and she goes collapsing down to the ground. Very unceremoniously, just face down in the mud. Barrington, I do need you to make a sanity save.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a fail.
All right, so you will lose 2 points of sanity. But
Not
you
quite-
do not
not-
turn into
not-
a toad.
Yay! Not quite back to temporary insanity, but I'm close again.
It's like I just like poke her, check her. Like, wait, is she dead?
You need to make a Constitution save because you hit her right down to 0. Oh, she did save it, so she is still alive.
Do we show up, me and Daisy and Esmeralda?
Yes, you, Esmeralda, and Daisy now show up.
Or is Van Richten there?
Yeah, Van Richten and Periwinkle are just close behind Alexi.
Van Richten, how do you kill a witch properly?
Burning
it
at the
proper-
stake usually works.
All right, let's set her on fire.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be awkward. And I'm just gonna go get wood. Just, oh god, what are we doing?
She's wearing rags. We have matches. We can just try and set her on fire like that. I think.
Fucking Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I had to ask. I'm like, can we just stab her? No, we have to burn her. Okay, let's burn her then. Burn the witch.
We are in a bog. There should be plenty of peat.
Plenty of peat. Esmeralda starts gathering up dry pine needles, just making like a thatching around her.
Just start throwing stuff on her. Start throwing wood and sticks.
Yeah, when that's all going down, Van Richten's going to walk up to you, Daisy, looking you up and down, and goes, "What sort of ritual did this to you?"
There was a tub full of blood, and she submerged me in it.
Do you have any plans on going back to your regular form, or do you have to consistently do this?
Consistently. Once a month, anyway. Luckily, the blood doesn't need to be human.
So you prefer this? In a valley full of vampires that now want to eat you.
Preferable to being a doll? Yes.
Wait, as soon as I get a good look at Daisy, we're like, wait, how? I'm just kind of immediately shocked. I'm like, you're not mechanical anymore. Oh boy.
She just kind of shrugs. Magic, I guess.
I believe it.
Esmeralda shakes her head. It's like, I've seen this done before.
You have?
Italy, a fairy was turning puppets into living boys, causing all sorts of chaos.
He created Pinocchio.
I was hoping the reference would just fly by, but no, okay.
I mean, it is a story they would know, so.
Yeah, did he get eaten by a whale too?
I mean, there are whales that big in the ocean. I wasn't sure if the puppets have been eaten by whales.
And all the real boys turned into donkeys.
Oh no.
I mean, it was bloody business having to dismember each and every one of those puppet boys.
Oh.
grim.
Not the stories that you probably heard in fairy tales.
Well, unless you read the Brothers Grimm, but then I suppose it's just natural. But yeah. Well, congratulations on being human again, Daisy. Yeah, it's just like we've seen crazy stuff here. No, I believe it. Magic, yeah, makes you human. Nothing new. I'll put some more sticks on the witch.
All right. Van Richten gets the fire going, just lighting her ablaze. Well, this dirty business is done. It's just we return back to the army then.
Oh well, Daisy, show Van Richten what you found in the hut.
I pull out the jade stone.
He takes the jade from you, looks at it around. Goes, this is similar to the other one you found, yes?
Almost
Periwinkle, you still
identical.
have that? Periwinkle pulls out the similar one. These will be useful.
Hooray! How so?
We can have the two together to increase their effects, or have two multiple bases when we take Castle Ravenloft.
What happens if we bury it in Castle Ravenloft when there's evil? What happens when the evil's in the protective thing? Do
I'm
they
not
die?
sure. Most of that stuff you can't find out until you do it.
Well, maybe we should have left the witch alive just to see what would happen if we did that. Oh well.
It's more than likely that these stones are more neutral than anything.
Well, I'm glad everyone is in one piece. After how far south that fight initially went, I thought I figured it was going to turn out a lot worse.
Yeah, nice shot, Barrington.
You're just looking at the dead hag, looking at his now empty gun, just kind of. Yeah.
All it takes is one bullet. We can hopefully at camp they can make more bullets because I mean they gave them the design, so they should theoretically keep making more while we're on our adventures. Not much, but better than nothing.
Oh, guns. That reminds me. I hand the pistol back to Alexi.
Thank you.
Now that I'm human, there should be no reason that Esmeralda can't teach me magic, yes?
I should be at least able to teach you the basics.
And I'll still have control over the twig monsters and the crows. I should be well enough equipped without that, which I can't really use that anyways.
I'm only average at best. I put the gun away and bullets.
Side question: do you have your magic points already figured out, Daisy?
Like I know how many I have. Yeah. If
Yeah,
that's the question. Yeah.
All right, good.
We don't get any of those back like once per day or anything, right?
No, once those are gone, they're gone.
Okay,
Oh.
It's like
I've been at 6 for like most of the games. So I'm like, okay, just making sure.
It shouldn't be that big of a problem because once you run out of those, you start using your sanity.
And I have not a great amount of that. So
How do you regain sanity again? I forget.
Special things, and it's
Special
usually very little.
pills.
Peels.
Yeah, in our SCP one, there was some pills that you could take, talking to therapist, taking a vacation. Some R&R.
Mm. Well, I guess we got some R&R, do a campfire, get some s'mores going now that we got a fire.
Alright. So Esmeralda starts to go walk you through the basics, Daisy, about different types of magic, different places to pool, the different sorts of pantheons that grant sort of different magical abilities. But she teaches you a couple of very basic spells.
Okay.
So the first spell she teaches you is how to launch a fireball. Just a simple attack to defend yourself. So when you do this, it would be basically a throw object. And it does 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
All right. The second one is how to turn yourself invisible. Because that was the one that you were most interested in learning. Basically, it turns you invisible for 1 hour, gives you bonus against spot hidden, won't be able to see you, but they can still hear and smell and all sorts of other stuff like that. And the third one is how to see magical auras.
Okay,
Each
is
one-
that just like always active or?
Yes, that one is always active, so you would be able to see magical auras around you, be able to detect when magic is happening.
Okay.
Yay,
Does not
permanent
allow-
detect magic.
Yep, does not allow you to see invisible things, however.
Okay.
So both of those spells take up 1d4 magic points to cast.
Okay. My throw is awful, so I'm still gonna suck in combat.
I did what I could.
Thank you.
We also need to get you some cloves.
Yes, I am currently drenched in goat's blood.
Ezreal tells you, I have extras at my wagon. She gives you her bigger, heavier coat to wrap around you, so at least you're not exposed.
Thank you.
As Van Richten kind of pokes the ashes of the hag, spreading it out all over the place, he just kind of like turns back to the road and just starts heading back to the army without a word.
Oh, all right. Well, that's all it takes. Spread the ashes. All right.
It'd be hard pressed to see her come back from that.
I mean, yeah,
As long as she doesn't, that's all that matters.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, usually, Matthew I was thinking aloud. I was like, usually anytime we beat one of Strahd's minions, he usually like shows up in some form or another. He didn't that time, so that's why I'm like, is it
As
over?
you say that,
Oh, god damn it.
the mist starts to form around you heavily. Off in the distance to your west, you can see Argynvost sticking up above it. And you just start to hear the sound of thousands of footsteps. All these armored foots just going. Sounding like it's all around you. The mist slowly starts to take form of these humans marching in these strict regiments. One to your left, one to your right. Both sides coming closer at this fast-paced run, spears being lowered with all of you in the middle.
Can I detect any magic?
Yeah, there's definitely some hocus pocus happening.
Arcane roll? I don't know.
An occult will do, yes.
Occult roll?
Occult, arcane, whatever it is.
Nope. That is a 64.
I guess I probably just have the medallion up to see if it does anything.
It does not do anything.
Nope. All right. Well,
Van Richten will put out a steady hand to all of you and goes, "Be still. We're on a battlefield. It's the ghost of the dead fighting each other." I'm sorry.
they do that?
Occasionally, if enough of them died here.
Oh my god.
That's when the spears all clash around you. When the spears hit your bodies, they just phase through you like you're not there. The screams of the men dying, wailing, fighting. It's horrific in all of its gory details. People taking the spears to necks, eyes, clashing off against shield and armor. As Van Richten continues to walk through this mist.
All right. I guess we just walk through it. I've seen a battle before.
Yeah, and it's definitely these two armies are from what you can see, Matthew, and what you know. These two armies are. This is obviously some army's last stand. Two hyper competent commanders must be in charge of both sides, as each are desperately trying to outflank the other in these very high strategic moves.
Van Richten, what do you know what battle that this is or what they're doing? Who's on whose side?
One side is the army of Strahd's homeland. The other one is the Order of the Silver Dragon. This is the final fight for the valley.
And I assume it is Strahd who wins?
It is Strahd who wins this. When Strahd's father died, he went on a mad crusade against his father's enemies. He tracked each and every one of them down, slaying them to the last man. Those that survived held up here in the valley, sheltered by the Order of the Silver Dragon. When Strahd descended upon them, he killed them all.
Well, that explains why they have such a vendetta against Strahd.
That's when a loud, piercing roar shakes the battlefield. Descending from Argynvostholt is a smoke-withered creature, lizard-like and winged, as it breathes fire down upon the opposing force of Strahd's.
He won against that?
As the dragon bays back and forth across the enemy army, massive crossbow bolts pierce into its side, large chains dragging it down to the ground. The dragon manages to shake off the hunters that have pulled it down as one knight charges forward, massive sword in hand, as it cuts deep into the side of the neck of the dragon. Dragon quickly bites his leg, tossing him off to the side. Helmet falls off, revealing that it is Strahd von Zarovich facing it down. The dragon charges, rearing, roaring, trying to bite down on his enemy as Strahd dodges off to the side and with a swift blow of his sword cuts off his head. The Order of the Silver Dragon lets out this mournful yell and scream, watching their symbol, their leader, Argynvost, die on the battlefield. And then the mist clears away.
Well, that was insightful. And Daisy, you said that's the dragon's head that's in the castle?
Yes. Or at least that's what the knights believe. Certainly there was a dragon skull.
based on the knowledge that all of you also have from reading the Tome of Strahd, this battle would have taken place back when he was still human.
Good for him. He was still a man.
Van
Right.
Richten looks at the four of you. You seem shaken.
I mean, it's not every day you just see massive armies of ghosts fight each other, and you have to walk through it.
Not to mention whatever the hell that giant thing was.
Still haven't accepted all the fairy tales are real, Barrington.
There's fairy tales and then there's actual dragons.
I don't know what to say. It's just I feel bad for the ghosts that have to reenact this. Although I don't know how it works with Strahd being there because he's not dead, but he's not alive. Not sure how that works.
Strahd is technically dead. Perhaps it's just the memory of all of that he has killed.
Oh, so like the bridge thing we saw with him on it.
A manifestation of his wrath, his power, his evil.
So what are we going to do about that invitation?
I thought we had decided to use it as the way in for, well, myself anyway. Although, now with the invisibility spell, that might not be necessary.
I'm just a little worried he'll get impatient.
He already has.
I mean, he's. I think he's when we met him on Yester Hill, he talked about how patient he can be. So let's hold him up to that. He's lived for how many years? I'm sure he can wait a little bit longer just to meet what he considers to be rash fools trying to upstart fools trying to take over his kingdom. Besides, we still have other business to deal with. The werewolves.
Yes, right. That'll be... Oh boy.
Hey, you can do this. You knocked out a witch. I mean, I think you got this.
Well, I knocked her out from behind when she doesn't have big, massive claws and giant teeth.
That hag had a force field. She took 2 slugs and it meant nothing to her. Trust me when I say. That was nothing. That was something, alright. Knocking her out, whether it be behind or in front, like, don't, I can't think of the word.
Well, I appreciate the encouragement. If though I still have my doubts.
Yeah, it's like, not underwhelm, but yeah, don't underwhelm the situation or something. Just
Undersell yourself?
yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Undersell. What Daisy said.
Glad I could help.
She's more sophisticated than I am. Listen to her. And she's human now. Which means I promise you I'll get you food. Let's get you some food.
Yes, please, thank you. I haven't eaten in... Well, it's been a while.
I haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten at all. Although, in some ways, I'm kind of glad you're human now because I can't imagine how much of a nightmare it would be to clean out all the blood from all of your cogs and bits and parts and making sure everything works properly.
Yes, I don't think I will need a mechanic any longer. But I do thank you for all the help you gave me.
Absolutely.
Should we make a stop in Velaki then to let the keepers of the feather know that the witch is dead, and then
Well, she could always tell them.
give Daisy. Oh, that's right, the crow or the raven.
Ravens.
Ravens, yeah. Wannabe crows.
Okay, so I called to the crow, Raven.
Maria will approach you, landing on your shoulder and nipping at your now very real hair.
I'm glad you still recognize me, Maria. Could you take a message to the keepers of the feather for me?
She gives a nod.
Tell them that we have defeated the witch in the bog.
Witch is dead. The witch dead.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, witch is dead.
Witch is-
Homer.
Ding dong, witch is dead. Witch on
Alright.
witch.
The crow,
Witch.
flapping its wings, takes off into the sky. Flying off ahead of you. Van Richten will say as he watches the raven fly, we probably should stop in Velaki. It's already dark as it is.
We got the protection stuff, don't we? We could always use that.
Is there food in Velaki?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's she's earned her big dinner.
So we were gonna head there anyways. All right.
But now the information is traveling off ahead of you. All right.
Yep.
You arrive in Velaki without any troubles. Barely getting past the gate before curfew. And making your way to the Blue Water Inn. There you're greeted by the barkeep, who is ecstatic to see you. My friends, I cannot tell you what you have done means to us. Without that threat, we were now able to roam about freely.
Oh, I'm glad we could be of assistance.
He pours you a cup of wine and serves you a warm ham with mashed potatoes and bread, a full loaf of bread.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, she's definitely just like, she's trying to be ladylike, but scarf is probably the appropriate word.
Oh man, that just reminded me of the scene of Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, where Barbossa's like talking to Elizabeth, like, "Oh, there's no need to oppress anyone," or yeah, and then she just starts scarfing down the food. That's what my mind jumped to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to holding the right spoon and everything. Takes one bite, goes, "Oh, this is so good." None of the plate's completely licked clean. That's when he serves you seconds.
Thank you.
It's very all right, dear. He looks at you confused. It's not every day you become human again.
No, I imagine not.
You might want to run a bath for her as well.
A bath is run, warm, and filled with some sort of cheap soap.
Get the good soap. That's a lot of blood.
They only have cheap soap.
Darn it, Velaki, how dare you cheat us? After what we've done for you.
Yes, you get soap.
We're already being treated here.
Darn it, we killed your hag, a cult, You're rats. So the dude wanted to bring back people. Or zombie army. We killed him too. Come on.
Soap is soap.
Soap is soap. So yes, you are able to stay in the blue water in until morning. Is there anything particular you guys want to do?
I mean, she showers, bathes, whatever.
It's copper tub, essentially. Just
I guess I convey my plan. So when we go to the, or as maybe not convey, but when we get to the werewolves, how does this work? This duel and whatnot, Esmeralda or someone.
from what I understand of the duel, Esmeralda tells her, Alexei and the Pack Lord will meet in the middle, and they will fight to the death.
Are we allowed to stand around and watch, or what's the?
We will be allowed to stand around to watch, but if we interfere, there's going to be about 20 angry werewolves that we're going to have to contend with.
Gotcha. All right. Regardless, I think my plan is to, in case they decide to pull any trickery as well, because this werewolf doesn't sound the most honorable type. But my plan is to hide in the woods with the Winchester rifle and keep an eye on things in case anything goes off or afoot. They try and pull something on us.
Well, no matter what, they want the pack leader dead. So, should I lose, just shoot him afterwards.
Okay. If you
Also, we
yeah.
have the big old jar of wolfsbane. Is there any way I can use this to my advantage?
Esmeralda thinks and goes, yes, before we put you into the fight, we'll rub you down with it. Essentially, you're going to make an oil out of it.
All right, and
That way you at the very least, won't want to bite you.
I've heard this stuff is poisonous, so get a bucket of water ready just so we can wash it off.
And the cheap soap that is here at the tavern. We'll take a bar. But yeah. Are you allowed? So you get to bring your knuckles in there as well, right? So you're allowed to bring in weapons of sorts.
It was agreed for Alexei to bring in a weapon because it's a human versus a werewolf.
Ah.
He is going to be fighting in his wolf hybrid form.
Ooh.
He'll have his claws, I have mine. In a sense.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, does he agree not to, try to bite you?
No, that was not an agreement.
Yeah, so you should be careful he doesn't try to, win by default by making you one of them.
Oh, then I can just... Then I'll have an easier time killing him.
I think it was Esmeralda. I can't remember who said it, but I think Esmeralda said that if you kill the werewolf that bit you, you won't become a werewolf. If I'm recalling that correctly.
That was me, and just guessing based off of old legends.
That is very true. Kill the werewolf that killed you before you change on the first full moon, and you'll be fine. There's one problem about that. She points out to the moon. Have you noticed that every night here is a full moon?
No, I haven't. So is that why your leg got cut off? Because you weren't able to...
No, that was before I came to the valley.
Ah.
I was
I thought
not
it
able
was
to
a
track the
werewolf.
werewolf down in time, so I had to remove the leg to prevent this curse from spreading.
Okay.
So theoretically, as long as you kill the werewolf that night during the fight, you should be fine.
All right.
But
I'm going to process this, and I just go up to my room.
I guess maybe I guess my other idea was like maybe wear a necklace with one of the silver bullets, because technically it's like it doesn't count as a weapon, but I don't know. Maybe make him swallow it or something. I don't know if that does anything.
the back of it really hard, you set it off.
But yeah,
Pardon.
you should knuckle busters, put it in its mouth and whack it. Do what they did in Baki with the one guy that got bullets shoved into his mouth.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, you're the one that gets that reference unless anyone's seen that Baki.
Let's see. Anyone else doing anything? Or...
Barrington, do you have anything you want to do that night? I'll take that as a no.
I mean, he is a lord. Does he gets to sleep in the manor, doesn't he?
He doesn't. Yeah, nothing
Didn't we
special
blow
that
up
night.
the
No.
manor?
No, we didn't blow up the manor. We just killed the one dude and then
We blew up a manor, not his manor.
Okay.
yeah, we torched the one room though with the necromancy. So there's like one burnt out room, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, that was Lady Watcher's house.
Yeah, we blew that one up sky high. That doesn't exist anymore. That's just ash.
It fell over.
We did some restructuring. Knocked out a wall here or there.
In there.
Had
In
some black
there.
mold. We had to burn down.
It's a
the
ranch house now.
It's just all asbestos. Just
Terrible, terrible.
all right. So morning comes. You guys head back out to the army again.
Yeah.
I don't
Sure.
think there's anything else we need to do. There's nothing Matthew Moore is doing in particular. Just
Yeah, are we ready for just taking on the wolves pretty much, right?
The wolves and then the optional
Optional side quest.
side quest of the windmill.
Yeah.
just burn it down. They'll never see it coming. The most simplest thing to do. They're like, what?
No.
How could they?
Right.
And it's such
So-
a horror movie cliche, so you have to burn down the windmill.
I'm gonna burn down the windmill. Of course you do. I mean, every time I've run this game, that windmill always ends up getting burned down.
Yeah, it's a horror movie cliche, like Sleepy Hollow. That windmill burned down.
Frankenstein.
Exactly, Frankenstein. All the great horror movies, they burn down the windmill. You never let that go to waste.
We're gonna end up doing this side quest just to check a horror film box.
I mean, we checked every other one so far. We got vampire, witches, werewolves. We had a Frankenstein monster, fallen angel, crazy psycho, cannibal, inbred hillbillies.
And we're gonna check off the Invisible Man. We're gonna do it. There we go. Because you guys are gonna turn invisible. Boom. There's another check mark off the list. We don't have the mummy though. We don't have any mummies.
Unfortunately, no mummies, but we did have a kaiju.
There were sarcophagus. Sarcophagi?
Yeah, but it's more Lovecraftian.
Yeah. So we got the Lovecraft down, but we don't have the mummy. So that's one reference we can't do. Trying to think of, or a creature from the Black Lagoon. We didn't get that one.
All right, we're getting way off topic here. The immersion is broken.
We can go Don Quixote later.
All right, so
Keep breaking that fourth wall.
Alexi, when you arrive back in camp, everybody just kind of like greets you. Standard, typical stuff. Nothing of particular note has happened. The men seemed slightly better at marching in formations, from what everybody can see. Essentially, it's up to you when you are ready to go face the werewolves.
Well, if we can get to the rendezvous point before nightfall, and then just before talking to the werewolf, the alpha's wife and whatnot, just rub me down real quick.
So you are able to get to the rendezvous point before night and meet up with her. Who all is going to go on this mission?
I will, but again, I'll like hide, like walk in the woods or something to do what I was saying, the hiding spot and whatnot, and with the rifle and sort of be like a sniper just in case they try and pull any tricks and whatnot.
I mean, I'll probably go just because I'm worried.
All right.
What about you, Barrington?
I suppose I can come along with you if you want, or I can stay back here and continue training a little bit myself. I can use it.
That is up to you.
Promise to come back.
I'll do my best.
He's gonna stay behind and continue training with the sword.
All right. Periwinkle's going to come. Esmeralda is going to come. Van Richten is going to stay behind and prep for Castle Ravenloft.
Do you want to ask any of the knights to come with you, just to even out the numbers?
I don't think as long as we don't piss the werewolves off, then we won't have 20 of them against us. So,
As long as they don't try and pull anything against us, I don't know.
the pack leader, or the new pack leader, is very traditionalist. I doubt anyone's going to be willing to interfere without getting their own throat torn out.
All right. Yeah, your call.
All right. So, walking around through the woods, you meet up with Zulukia, the she-wolf. And she looks you up and down, Alexi, and goes, "Hi, you should be able to do it. You seem to have the body for it.
All right.
I'm supposed to announce you to the tribe, so tell me when you are ready."
Okay, whoever's with me to rub me down, let's just get that over with.
All right, Esmeralda starts rubbing you down, make sure she gets all up in there. She hands the ball to you. It's like everywhere.
I apply it to the places she hasn't touched.
Yeah. All right.
Matthew's just in the woods like, that's my girl. How dare you? The fuck?
Well, she didn't touch my junk.
I'm joking, like in a meme or something.
All right.
Like, what the hell?
Zulikia, she kind of like frowns and like scrunches up her nose and goes, "Ugh, that is clever trickery, Vistani."
Check my knucks, make sure everything's all good there, and all right, proceed.
She leads you through the woods a short distance until she comes to a cave that looks like a wolf's maw. All right. Above the tree line, carved into the side of the rocky mountain spur, is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like a gaping maw of a great wolf. She leads you into the open jaws of the wolf head's form. These 15-foot high canopy of rocks over the cave's mountains, held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises high to another 20 feet inside the cave. Torches and iron barracks line the walls. From somewhere deep inside, you hear the echoing sounds of a flute. Some of the notes are discordant, painfully so. She walks you through these caves as you see a variety of different, both wolves and humans walking about. Everyone is completely starched of clothing. Until she eventually walks into a large central chamber. Along one side of the chamber are 2 dead human corpses chained to the wall, flanking either side of a large 20-foot statue of a woman with a wolf head. Daisy, you recognize that to be the Night Mother.
Cool.
Sitting in front of it, cross-legged on the ground, is a rough, buff, and completely unkempt man. Zurikia will shout out loud, "This here is Alexei Borokov, and he has come to fight for the right of pack leader." Kirill laughs heartily. "This scrawny Vistoni wishes for my throne." He sits up.
And I'm just going, wait, I did? I just wanted to beat his ass.
Formalities.
Okay.
So you are the champion for our former pack leader. He comes and kind of like eyes you up and down. He stands about a foot taller than you. He is huge. He goes, "You don't seem all that much."
You should see me back home.
But you're not home, are you, little boy?
I am Vistani. I am home.
He kind of frowns and growls. Looks over at Daisy. Goes, "Now, what fine specimen is this?"
I just glare at him.
Very well, very well. He looks at you, Alexei, smiles. "Let us go to the fighting chamber." And he starts to lead the way up into this makeshift ramp that leads up to the top of the cave. Matthew, you can see a group of people gathering on top of the wolf head of the cave, where there's this ring of stones about 20 feet around, where he takes one position up on one side of it.
All right. I guess I'll just get in a good shooting position just in case. I don't know if you want me to make any spot hit-ins or anything like that, just in case, or.
No, you're too far away for them to even notice you.
Okay.
All right, Alexei.
I just limber up and get into the opposite side of the ring.
All right. Kirill starts to grunt and growl and roar as his body expands slightly, thick gray fur covering it, as he takes on a half wolf, half human hybrid form. Daisy, Alexei, and Matthew, all 3 of you need to make sanity rolls.
That is a no.
30 success.
All right, Daisy.
Very, very fail.
All right. Both Alexei and Daisy, you take 2 points of sanity damage from Werewolf.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, as he kind of flexes his claws and growls at you, Alexei.
I just clang my knuckle dusters together and get in a fighting pose.
All right. What is your dexterity?
60.
He gets to go first.
Oh boy.
All right. So he raises his head up to the moon, lets out a loud wolf howl. And a number of the tribesmen start letting out with it as well. Before he charges you, both claws outstretched. He will make 1 slash against you. That is a fail, so you're able to duck that first slash. As he makes the second slash against you. That is a success. You do get your fight back or dodge.
I'm going to fight back because that is way easier for me to do. Just pop him with a nice counter. Holy shit, that is exactly a 74.
All right, so that's a success.
Yes.
All right, so what is your melee skill?
Fight and brawl is exactly 74, so I
74.
just barely passed.
You have a better fighting than he does, so you get the advantage. You get your punch in. So roll your damage.
Huzzah! Okay, and these are silver, so whatever extra damage that might cause, I don't
It
know.
allows you
but,
to do damage.
What about the wolfsbane? Does the wolfsbane do anything?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment.
the smell of it. That is a total of 7.
7 points of damage done to him. Excellent. So you give him a good body blow. All right, and then as he growls at you, he goes to give a snap at your arm, and then he kind of backs off. All right, so he cannot make bite attacks against you. Alexi, it's your turn.
All right. Just gonna, keep light on my feet. And go in for another good body blow. Yeah. Why? Oh my god! I am rolling exactly. I rolled 74 twice in a row.
He is going to do a fight back. That is a fail. So you get your punch in.
That is 2, 3, 5. Nope, 6. It's another 6. Or yeah.
A hefty blow. All right, so you give another punch. Do you want to try to do anything else?
Maybe just kind of back up, keep a safe distance, or whatever, at least in between blows.
Okay, so
just kind of weave in and out.
Daisy, Matthew, what are you two doing during this time? Any sort of encouragements, anything?
She's probably just kind of like hand over mouth, like, ugh. Brawls aren't really her thing. She's probably not the cheering from the sideline type.
No.
Silently, or just probably quietly muttering to him. So like, come on, Lexi, you got this. Do it. Give him the 1-2.
All right. Esmeralda's kind of like taking a position. You can see she has one hand on both her sword and her axe, as Periwimple is clearly holding his spear, watching all the werewolves who are doing all these like weird mouths, pounding his arms up, cheering, wanting blood. They are goring for it. So Kirill, he's going to just walk around the ring for a quick moment, just looking at you, Alexi. Before rushing in real quick, he's going to make a swipe. Oh, that is a success. That is a hard success. Ooh.
Oh shit. I'm gonna try to get another punch in.
Gonna do a fight back.
Come on, fight back. Can I please roll lower than minimum? Oh, 17. That is almost an extreme success. Unless I want to push it, but I'm not going to.
All right, so yours does hit first. So you managed to get in the hit before he does, so you get your attack in.
And bullshit, minimum damage 3.
3. But it's enough to stop his attack from going in, so you kind of like quick jabbed up to the face.
No.
backhand slap with the knuckle dusters. All right, so he stumbles back a quick bit before making his second slash. He outnumbers you now, so that is another success. You do not get a dodge or fight back this time.
All right. I guess I have to take one.
No, that's not the right dice.
Come on.
Where's my right dice? Where's my D8? That's a 10.
Roll, roll. God, I'm gonna die.
Those are all 10s. Where the fuck's my D8? There it is. So that is 6 points of slashing damage done to you.
And I am at half health.
All right. So that's a Constitution save you got to give.
Good thing Constitution is my second best. That is a 2.
All right. So you do not just drop from the damage as he drags his claws right across your back. Now crossing over with that scar you got from Strahd. So like big X on your back. And you just hear him laugh. You do have scars.
Yeah, and the first one was someone nastier than you.
Be ashamed that you're not going to get that rematch.
Well, we'll just see about that. And punch. That is a 25.
I'm trying to do a fight back.
That is still a hard success.
He only has a normal success, so you win.
And suck on that. That is 5 damage.
All right, he is still standing, but he is looking very rough. Just he stumbles back again. You're a little piece of shit, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm still winning.
Yeah, I'm about to wipe that smirk right off your face. All right. That's when his shadow is going to wrap itself around your legs, Alexi. That is... You are allowed to dodge as you're trying to get away from this. It's just a normal success.
Oh man, that's a 37 out of 38.
All right, so as this wolf-like creature pops out of his shadow to try to like grab at your legs to just hold you down, you manage to stumble back away from that. And that's when you see Krill come at you, and he's holding a big rock in his hands. Holds it right up over his head, and he tries to bring that down on you.
Oh crap.
All right.
Do I get a dodge or anything for this? Or no?
No, you do not, because you
Shit.
used it on the shadow. All right.
Watch it.
That is an extreme fail. Holy shit. Matthew, from your vantage point, you clearly see the cheating, as well as all the other wolves. Do you want to take that shot?
Let's. If I take 10. Hold on.
Daisy will pipe up, like yelling to the other wolves. Do the wolves usually conduct themselves in such a disgraceful manner?
Shadow magic, user of vile wickedness. Kill him. Kill him. They have turned on Krill.
There we go.
Hooray. Yeah, it's like I'll hold off on the shot and see how this plays out real quick. If there's any more, like if they got Alexi down or something like that, yeah, then the shot's coming. But like, right now, I think Alexi's winning this fight, so I'll let him finish it.
Oh, I'm gonna... Even if I don't kill him and just let him get torn apart, I'm gonna get one good punch in just before everyone else decides to rip it to pieces. Ah, the big puppy couldn't beat me without out his little tricks. That is a 40. Not a hard success, but still a success.
All right, roll your damage.
2, 3, 6.
He has 1 hit point as you get this one punch in. As he stumbles back and all the other wolves just join and surround, breaking over the barrier, grabbing and biting at him. As he starts to scream, "No! No! Get away from me! I am your leader! I am your lord!" One rips off his arm, just big, gory, bloody mess. Ah! Master!
It's like,
Master
okay.
Strahd!
It's like, and I'm like, okay, could someone please stitch up my back? I am bleeding. I also wash this crap off of me.
Esmeralda just hands you a rag, like, there you go. Starts to kind of like trying to rub it off you.
Yeah, I just clean. God, ow, my back, bleeding.
Clean it. Someone can do first aid.
I can't do it on myself.
I'll roll it. 94, so no.
Oh God.
You're just jabbing your finger in there like, am I helping?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, working with fully functioning joints is hard.
Right.
You take an extra 1 point of damage, Alexi.
Ow.
Esmeralda shoos you off, and goes, let me try. Oops. You take another point of damage, Alexi.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Can
I am
try
now at
medicine?
4.
That's it. All right. Matthew Moore's going to come out from his side. He's just like, what the
And this is
What
how
are they
Alexi
doing?
dies.
by his
This is how Alexi dies. After
Wait, can I
exposing the corrupt
All right.
cheat, I just bleed out from everyone else. With
He
friends
gets
like
first aid to
these.
death.
All right. I'm going to come out, just do some first
Okay,
aid. 'Cause I'm good at that.
Medicine was 25, if that's okay. If I can
That's
roll
okay.
medicine too. Okay.
All right, so
With friends like these, who needs werewolves?
Alexi, you regain 6 hit points.
Okay, that I am now up to 10 out of 12.
So you're not anytime dying. And the wolves do have like a bathing pool for you to use if you want to get the wolf bane off.
Yeah, I just take a dip and
You want me to do any first aid then, or
sure. Just if I can get back up to full as soon as possible, that'd be great.
48 success?
All right.
Yay.
Okay.
All right. That's the last 2. Congratulations. Got a great big old puffy scar on the back that had to get stitched up, but you're going to be fine.
Nice work, Alexi. Very nice work.
Yeah, I guess you're right after all.
I usually am, but I don't try and boast about it. I joke.
Thanks
Julita
to
will
everyone.
approach after you're getting healed and kind of like look down at you, Alexi, and goes, "You need to re-announce your loyalty to Kamel, my husband."
Don't we have to find him first?
But if you announce him as the pack leader and that you are his champion, the wolves will follow you until he is free.
All right. Once I have a couple minutes and whatnot, I just kind of gather everyone together and I make the announcement.
All right. They are gathered together eating the former chief.
As you do.
Cannibalistic, barbaric. They're monsters. They're not people anymore.
And as the champion, you must eat his heart.
I'm
Congratulations.
I just, all right, everyone. I represent Calmel, and he was like, once we set him free, he will be your new pack leader. Other than that, go ahead and meet us at the tower, and we will begin our advance against Strahd. You know, clearly your last chief made the mistake of aligning with him. So let's make sure that never happens again.
Alright. So that is that. You now have the werewolves on your side. Another additional 20 werewolves.
20 werewolves. Oh my goodness. Let's count out the forces then, now that we got more.
Alright.
Alright, 20 werewolves. So that gives us 28 twig soldiers, 1 baron, 40 well-trained soldiers, 536 commoners, 20 knights, 1 Ismark, 1 Irene, 1 Van Richten, 1 Periwimple, 1 Esmeralda, 1 Sir Godfrey, 1 Sir Reynold, 30 elven archers, 20 keepers, and 20 werewolves.
It's a pretty formidable force.
Yeah. That's a lot of people.
It is.
My goodness, yeah, that is an army.
We have an army.
Do we get anyone else from the surrounding areas as the days go
You
by?
got
or-
everyone. You have everyone.
Well, I don't know from Velaki, they didn't send anyone in.
Velaki did. They sent in a
Yeah, they
majority
did.
of those soldiers.
Yeah, a lot of those peasants.
No, I thought they all came from the one place because that was the first inklings of our army was from
No,
the Abbey.
they're tiny. They're a tiny army.
Yeah, it was like 30 or 40 before, and then it jumped to 500.
That's true. It was 40 commoners, and then it went to 536. But they had all the well-trained soldiers.
Mm-hmm. So,
The werewolves will tell you they will meet at the battlefield.
How many ravens do we have?
It's countless.
A lot.
There's too many ravens. A lot.
Too many ravens.
A
A
lot.
lot. 1,000 ravens. Stop
Yes.
picking out the eyes of our enemies, please.
The answer is yes.
so I guess go back to the tower and let's review the battle plan.
All right. As you start to make your way back to the tower, a light drizzle starts to fall.
Daisy kind of holds up her hand. It's been a very long time since I felt rain.
I guess enjoy while you can, because it gets cold pretty quick.
Especially in this environment, it is very cold. All right. So you return to the tower and you have the leaders gathered. The men are able to march in somewhat position. Hopefully they'll be able to hold when the actual fighting starts. Sir Joffrey reports. Seeing how you came back alive, I assume the werewolves are with us now?
Yep, sure are. And my back still stings from it.
Sir Joffrey gives you a good hearty slap on the back. Good job.
Mother! Thank you.
He breaks the stitches, down 6 health points. Like, what?
He pulls back his hand, is just covered in blood.
But they felt clean. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll meet with-
Archers. We have plenty of archers made up. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to roll bullets for you guys too.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 7 bullets total for your rifle, and
Alright.
3 more for your shotgun.
Regular or silver?
Regular.
Regular. Okay, then I can just add it to the actual total. Hooray, so 2 more.
And 3 more for the pistol.
Oh, 3 more. Sweet. So, oh my goodness, there's so many eraser marks. It's hard to tell. So 2.
Welcome to the end of a campaign.
Yeah, 33 for the pistol. Winchester. You said how many was for the Winchester? 7.
Yes.
7. 7 plus 12 is. Oh God. 19. 19, 12 for the Remington, and then 33 for the pistol. Hooray!
Yes.
That is looking good. And then, and I guess 2 silver bullets and then 4 silver bullets for the shotgun and rifle, respectively.
Yeah.
But I keep them in a separate tally.
All right.
Does
We'll be able-
Alexi or Gerard get any bullets as well?
that's for total. That's to spread out amongst everybody.
Total. Oh, okay. Gerard, you want me to give you 3 bullets for your pistol?
If you're willing to spare some.
Yeah, I'll give you the 3 that I got because I got 30.
All right. He'll load up his handgun.
Yeah, take 3.
I'll just keep the 9 that I've had this entire time. So I haven't really needed to use my gun much, and I'll at least have enough to get me through emergencies.
Yeah, always good to have a secondary weapon, or 2, or 3. And then Esmeralda should still have that the paperweight I gave her the first time we met, so she has that really small concealable gun.
Yeah, she still got that.
I don't know what good it'll do, but she has it.
All right.
And then we got 3 dynamite.
Pretty much the army is ready to march. And as the leaders are making their final preparations, there's just this crackle of lightning from outside.
All right, you should probably give us half a day's head start to...
Don't worry, you'll be able to outpace the army and no problem.
Yeah, just to give us time to do this dinner party and make sure the drawbridge is secured. We'll have Esmeralda and Daisy both be invisible to go do this. Does Alexi and Gerard, do you guys want to attend this party, or would you rather stay with the army and I can
Well, is
go?
there a reason any of us are attending the dinner party?
Distraction?
Well, he specifically requested myself and Daisy.
Yeah, he sent it as a general letter to everybody.
Yeah, it was one letter that I got from him, and then I burned that vampire to a crisp because I was not in a good mood.
Hopefully, being invisible, Esmeralda and I will not need a distraction, and it would be safer for all of you if the dinner is pretty obviously a trap.
Obviously, but again, it's one of those. Would he expect us to take it? And if we do, or at least one of us or a few of us do, how would he react? Would he be courteous? Would he try and negotiate terms? It gives us time to get the troops prepared to be in position and then to invade the castle. It also has us direct line of sight of where Strahd is, so we can deliver a few good blows before I assume, if this prophecy remains true, it takes us down into the crypts.
As long as we are civil enough to get them to drop the drawbridge, so we can all get in. That's
yeah. So that way you guys don't have to climb or anything like that. You can just walk in right behind us.
All right.
But I also bring up the suggestion of, like, I don't know if you, Alexi or Gerard, if you want to come or not. It's like, risk as few people as possible, or should we bring more?
We should probably give Daisy both of the pine cones to bury. As
in the church. So yeah, Daisy can do that while Esmeralda can meddle with the drawbridge.
And would you like the twig army, or should I carry that with me, or what?
I think whoever's going to take that with them will probably be in the army, I would assume. Or we can let someone hold it on in the army if you go with the dinner, or... I don't know, because it'd be hard if they follow us and it's like, oh, what are they doing? Why is there the twig bushes marching on the castle?
Burnham would come to Dunsinane. uh,
I like your Macbeth reference, just so you know.
I guess I'll just stay and command the twigs and whatnot, and it'll just be Nick and Barrington.
All right, Barrington, are you attending dinner party or are you staying behind? What is your plan here?
I'll attend the party.
All right. I mean, Alexi, you have to. Well, it's actually, yeah, because you're probably the one the werewolves would go to as well, because you're like the only one they'll recognize. Aside from maybe, oh no, because Esmeralda will be gone too. So yeah, you're going to be the only one the werewolves might actually listen to.
Yeah, I guess they'll just come to me.
Yep. So you'll have direction of the werewolves and the twig army. That gives you essentially 48 soldiers to command. Use them well. What is Van Richten and any of them? Do they want to attend said party, or would they rather stay with the army?
Van Richten, it makes it very clear he was interested to attend the dinner party. He's still iffy about the army, especially as he's watching this rain come down. Large group of men are going to have trouble marching through that.
All right. What about Periwinkle?
Periwinkle will come if you ask him to, but he will also stay if you ask him to.
And can you, Esmeralda or Daisy, can you make him invisible, or can he turn himself invisible? Is there a way you can teach him that? Because that might be a good idea.
Esmeralda takes one look at Periwinkle and goes, he does not have the spark.
Okay. Poor Periwinkle. I was hoping like maybe get another invisible person just to help them out.
He's really pushing it, man.
Well, he's also got the sword, so
yes.
we should probably at least just take him with us.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely coming, but I didn't know if either as a guest or as a.
Probably as a guest.
All right. Well,
So- Yeah.
we got our plan. So there'll be 4 dinner guests. Alexa, you'll be the head of the army. Daisy and Esmeralda have their mission with sabotaging the place by burying the stones and the abbey.
Shall we wait until the rain passes?
Does it matter if it doesn't pass?
Well, it's gonna be
Are we-
pretty rough terrain. Or
Are we burying both stones together?
I think so. Would that cause more disturbance in Castle Ravenloft?
it pretty much makes the whatever area we set it up in bigger, or we have 2 separate areas. So that is up to you and how you want to lay that out.
Yeah, and I guess I definitely either burying it in one spot or 2 spots in Castle Ravenloft will definitely probably screw them up. But yeah, I'll let Daisy decide that in Esmeralda because they're more magic and they know more about this than I do.
And Esmeralda knows the layout better.
And Daisy does as well.
That is very true. I don't know how much time she spent outside though, so I was. So I'll leave that in your good hands.
Mm-hmm. You have destroying. You want someone to make sure the drawbridge stays down, and the other person make sure the stones are buried.
All right.
And we'll keep Strahd occupied so he doesn't quite notice the army, or he'll probably notice, but will be more on his attention than anything else.
Sounds like we have our plan then.
All right. So you take your time in the morning. Any last minute goodbyes you want to say to anybody, just in case you don't come back?
Daisy will say goodbye to Irene.
Oh God, yeah. What is
Right.
Irene? Irene. what's her?
It's probably one of the most important things you guys have to figure out.
Yeah, what is her decision? Because we left the decision up to her. Does she want to be bait, or is she staying behind?
Irene decides that for the case of this dinner party, it'd be wise for her to stay behind because if she goes there, she's doomed.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what Strahd's intention with the dinner party is. If she goes to it, he's going to try to capture her.
So she'll be with the rest of the army then.
Yep.
Okay.
She'll be under your protection then, Alexei.
Okay.
More stress. Leading an army, and you have to keep an eye on Irene. Oh boy.
I make a good. I have a good long prayer to Camille and whatnot, and just hey, I hope you're watching, and if I don't make it's like I could possibly come see you soon.
All right.
I guess I would probably just, because I already had the talk with Esmeralda, and so I probably won't say much to her, so keeping my distance, but definitely get Lexi and Daisy and Gerard together for at least, I don't know, for one drink, just because we're the ones who came together. We're changing the fortunes, and we're going to be a little bit separated, but it's like, despite it all, I'm glad I met you guys.
As am I.
Yeah, you've been some of the closest friends I've ever had. These past years have been not kind to me, but meeting you guys have made it worth it. And if I was told I would have to fight fallen angels, vampires, monsters, undead, just to meet you guys, I would gladly do it in a heartbeat.
I am glad I met all of you as well.
I hope to see you all on the other side.
Yes. You all have to agree not to die, all right?
I can only agree to do my best.
I suppose that will do.
Pour everyone a quick drink of, I don't know, some good alcohol or wine.
Yeah.
Just,
Bottoms up.
yeah, thumbs up to
Thumbs up.
the end of Strahd, I guess, into friendship. Cheers.
Irene is going to come up to you, Matthew. Because please come back, okay?
Yeah, I'll do my best, as Alexis, but I will try. I will try, Irene. And the same goes to you. I better see you after all this is said and done. Safe and sound, all right?
Don't worry about me. I have Alexi here to keep me safe.
And he's a good person to keep you safe. He took down a werewolf single-handedly. He'll tell you the story on the way there. I'm sure of it.
I would actually like to hear it. All right.
Was this privately, or was this when we're doing all the cheering
This
things?
is when you're doing all the cheering.
Yeah, Alexi, tell her the story. It was great, because you took down that werewolf single-handedly, put him in a headlock and everything.
Just don't mind him. And I give like the most like low key tone, yeah, it was definitely a pretty tough fight and all that stuff like that, and then he started cheating, and the rest of his pack got him. So
And then Matthew just in the background, just like, don't be bashful. It was a giant cheat. That little cheapskate, giant shadow wolf came out of nowhere. Lexi here sidestepped it like it was nothing. Just hyperbolize everything as he's just trying to give that simple story. Hopefully that makes Irene laugh.
Irene kind of does giggle a little bit.
Hooray. That's what she needs, is a good smile before all this goes down.
Alright.
Everyone could use that. But yeah, I did my thing. I don't know everyone else.
All right, Alexi, anything you want to do?
I mean, aside from,
This is the final save point before the final mission.
it's prayed, lit a candle for my wife, and I'm just gonna get ready. Just keep to myself, and yeah.
Barrington.
Barrington's just kind of keeping to himself. He's feverishly writing in his journal, just keeping to himself, writing into his journal until he finally finishes. He'll try to find Van Richten.
All right, Van Richten is in his study doing last minute preparations. You can see like this big, large leather satchel, which is got like 5 wooden stakes all sharpened, a couple of vials of holy water, extra silver bullets with a flintlock pistol. As he looks up at you, Gerard, as you walk in, he goes, "I was expecting you to come here."
Figured as much. You're good at that.
I've been around a couple of times. Are you ready to do what needs to be done?
I think I am.
Good. Turns back to his thing, closing up the leather satchel, putting it away.
It's as I said before. As you said before as well. This party is doomed. We're not going to win this.
Probably not.
But as I said, I just want to give those 3 a chance. And when the dust settles, if I am at least successful in that, he'll produce the little journal. I want you to give that to whoever survives.
He takes the journal. He gets a nod. Puts it in the top drawer of his desk.
Yeah. I've made a lot of mistakes. That's, well, I guess you can call my manifesto. All the things I've done in that book. All the lives I've ruined. All the people I've done horrible things to are in that book.
Yeah. Will you let that determine who you will be from now on?
As I said, I am definitely a changed man from when I first walked in here. And as I said before, this is a place I belong, where someone like me deserves. This is my place now, and it'll be my duty. It'll be my duty to make sure they leave. They get a chance.
Here's the heart-wrenching question. What if you're the only one who survives?
He kind of just looks to the side looks away. Well, then you will give me that book back, and I will go back out to the world and try to fix what I can. Fix it, repair it. I'm not going to be looking for sympathy. Just resolve in the fact that letting them know that I was the one who ruined them, destroyed them, did whatever I could to officiate and to socialize myself into this position of power that I pretended to be. That'll be my life. if I do live, if I do get out of here.
He just gives a nod, pours you a drink, and just offers it to you without another word.
He'll take it and drink it.
Right. Flash of lightning, peal of thunder outside. Daisy?
Yeah, like I said, Daisy would probably say goodbye to Irene, and that's about it.
She gives you a big hug.
I'm
Sorry.
afraid I look like you permanently now, or however much longer I'm alive anyways. I hope you don't mind.
She kind of frowns, grimaces, looks at you a bit, and goes, well, I always did want a sister.
How much does she look like Irene?
You can't tell a difference.
Oh shit, that's gonna be a problem then, isn't it? Thank goodness you're gonna be invisible for a little bit. Does she sound like Daisy or does she sound like Irene?
She sounds like Daisy. They do
Okay.
sound distinctly different.
Okay.
Alright. Be safe, Daisy, okay?
You as well. And just so you know, between the two of you, I'm rooting for you.
She blushes and it's like,
Don't worry, our little secret.
Wait, rooting between who?
Perfect.
Perfect.
No, wait, no, I'm serious.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'm disrupted, haven't I?
With that, all goodbyes have been said. In the morning, the away party leaves. More Daisy, Barrington, Periwinkle, Esmeralda, Van Richten, Van Richten's pet tiger,
Hooray.
and bringing up right behind you, Ismark.
Wait, what? He's a mark. He's coming
Yeah.
to the dinner party?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
As you question him about this, he says, I'm the one who started you off on this journey. I feel fitting that it's me who comes to the very end of it.
That is true, just you are also the king.
And as king, it's my job to make sure the treaties go well.
Well, alright, just be alive, because the morale of the army hinges on your survival.
The morale of the army will now hinge on pulling their king out of the castle.
I suppose that's a good point.
Besides, I'm not king yet.
We'll get you that crown. I'm sure there's one somewhere in Ravenloft.
Undoubtedly. As you progress through the woods, around through Valaki, down the road past eastward, first time a lot of you have traveled this way in a very long time. The rain seems to stop around you. However, you can hear behind you it just pouring and thunder and lightning crashing around, as if the sky itself is weeping for the battle to come. You eventually come past a fork in the road, one that branches off towards Castle Ravenloft and the other to the windmill. Coming down the other section, away from the village of Barovia, towards your general direction, is a woman pushing a wheelbarrow. She's old, she's gnarled, she's got a wrinkly nose. She looks up at you and goes, the outsiders. I haven't seen you since the day you came.
She, Madam something?
No, she's
No.
not Madame Eva. This is the old,
Is she the one that tried to sell us the pie?
the dream pastries. Yes.
I kind of
Seems
tug on
faithful that
Matthew's sleeve and whisper in his ear, "She's the one that tried to sell us the poison pastry."
Oh, she tried to sell you poison. Oh God, what's in the barrel? Oh shit! Just fire! Die! Get out of the way! I don't know if that's an exploding barrel or not.
But
She's one of the witches from the windmill, right? Isn't that what we found out?
Yes.
That's who sells the
Oh, she's-
pastries. Yeah.
Oh God! I thought it was going to be an exploding barrel. It's a suicide bomber or something. Like
it's a wheelbarrow, not
wheelbarrow. Oh, wheelbarrow. I thought, okay.
It's like a big cart.
All right. I thought she was just pushing the barrel just down the road. Like, what is she doing?
Roll out the barrel. Anyway.
Dearie. She looks at Daisy. It looks like you've had a change.
Indeed.
Would you like a dream pastry? She pulls one out from the cart.
No, thank you. We are in a hurry, actually.
Very well. She puts it back in the cart, scoots her cart off, and just continues around you, heading in the direction of the windmill.
Is that going to be a problem, or should we just carry on?
Van Richten says we should just carry on. We can handle
Carry
that
on.
later.
Okay. A problem for later it is. Or maybe we should just give direction to the army. As you go to Castle Ravenloft, can you just burn down this windmill real quick? And don't eat the pastries.
Emergency reconstruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole place has to come down immediately. It is condemned. It's just like all the structural damage. Yeah, it's structurally damaged because you just set it on fire. See?
Give Daisy, joking, like Daisy tell your crow or your raven to go tell Alexi, pull a Tecumseh Sherman going down Georgia.
This is but we still live here. That's the problem.
Exactly.
This is your eviction notice. You have 10 minutes. All right, all goofiness aside. You approach Castle Ravenloft. Its drawbridge is surprisingly still down. Make the click-clack across the bridge.
Oh, wait, is Daisy and Esmeralda invisible?
Do you want them to be?
Yep, that was the plan.
All right, Daisy and Esmeralda turn invisible. You make your way across the bridge into the cold, abandoned courtyard. Still as dead as the day you first arrived here, Daisy.
Okay.
The front door is slightly ajar open, but the inside is cold and dark. And off somewhere in the distance, you can hear the sound of an organ playing. As you enter the main foyer room, Rahadin is standing there with a candle opera. And he bows to you. Welcome to Castle Ravenloft. My master is waiting. This way. And he starts to lead you off in one direction.
All right. I notice you're limping a little bit there, Rahadin. Did the two huntsmen put up more of a fight than you expected?
Your childish toys to try to get under my skin will not be working, Mr. Moore.
All right. There's other ways, but as of right now, we come in peace and whatnot.
All right.
Yeah, we have come for dinner and to talk, nothing more.
He leads you into a room where 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brightly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delicate foods: roasted beef basted in savory sauces, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruit and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with a fire, delicate china and silver. At fine At each place, a crystal goblet is filled with an amber liquid with a delicate and tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out in thunderous melody that speak of tones of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds on the keys in rapturous ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops with a deep silence falls over the dining hall. It slowly turns towards you.
Hello. Or good evening. I'm not sure what time it is.
Deep in the dark, I felt the fire flicker. Ignite the flame and give us light.
I know the song.
My cursed mark in hollow heart grows sicker. Out of shadow cometh light. Kill me, I like to see you try. You take my life, I fail to die. The fires fade, now close your eyes and sing my undead lullaby. The night will fall and swallow light and fill my dark hollow inside. And yet my death is all but nigh. Sing my undead lullaby.
I clapped. It's a good song.
You
Can't
have
deny it.
put up one amazing challenge. Every minion of mine that has come before you failed and now lies dead. You braved the Amber Temple and walked out without a scratch. You faced down my cultists and Velaki, my followers, my worshippers, my beautiful children of the night. One of you has even surpassed my own expectations and become something beautiful. Another trophy to add to my collection.
I'm not there, for the record.
I know you're invisible, but he's still talking.
No. Like,
Oh, you
not. Yeah,
you left.
she's off doing her mission. So yeah.
All right. He takes a seat at the high end of the table and goes, I will now graciously accept your terms of surrender.
Well, that wasn't our plan, but I guess if you
Just
already
roll
have,
with it.
yeah, if you already have terms, what are your terms? I guess you said we brave your challenges. Do we get any rewards?
Rewards?
Well, you said we braved your challenges. I mean,
I will
does that
give
count
you
for
a
something?
quick death.
Oh, it's something. Anyways, back to you said terms of surrender and whatnot.
You are a very brave man, Master Moore.
Well, thank you.
But do you really think your army will be able to come and put up a fair fight.
Fair? Probably not, but I do believe they'll put up a good fight. And not to discredit your, I guess, servants or whatnot, but they, if that's what we have to go up against, not so sure.
My servants will merely clean up the last ones that actually do bother the show. They will have
Yeah.
to march through rain, lightning, thunder, winds that will blow the trees down in their path. They will not arrive.
Oh,
I am the ancient. I am the land. And my will is strong.
is that what you did with the Amber Temple? You made a deal with some ancient god, or isn't the ancient god in charge of the land? It has me confused.
I made a deal to become this. A mistake, I admit. But death has no hold on me now.
Well, eventually the Grim Reaper comes for us all, even if one cannot die, such as yourself. Everyone dies in some way, whether it be, I guess in your case, you lost someone you love, or your soul. I'm not sure how that works either, but
I grow tired of your buffoonery. You clearly sit here to talk me around in circles, yet you do not even know the words that escape your lips.
not
Sit
particularly.
down and mind your place, peasant.
That hurts. That really hurts.
He
So I
turns
guess
to
if
look
we're
at
talking. Oh,
Barrington.
yep. Sorry.
He's done with you. He looks at Lord Barrington and goes, "So you've raised yourself up to be a lord of one of my cities. I do not remember knighting you."
As far as I've become aware, the people here do not need you. You do nothing for them. You sit here brooding in your castle, offering nothing but hatred, violence. You torture them. You use them as playthings.
The butcher does not care about the state of the cow.
You may not. You may be in this hell. They are just living here. This is
They
your
are nothing
personal
more
hell.
than my feed.
In fairness, the butcher does care about the cattle and how they slaughter it. It does matter. If you're a peasant, you would know such a thing.
And you're wrong, Strahd. They will come. How many decades, centuries, how long have you tortured them? How long have you held them under thumb? Eventually, no matter how much you frighten, scare them, eventually they will grow tired. Eventually, they will find the nerve to rise up and finally take down a demon who holds them down.
Strahd smiles. I look forward to the challenge.
I did, and there's one thing that did come here, the pretense of wanting to make a deal. But hearing you talk, even if I were to be successful, you wouldn't stop. You would just keep going on the way you're going.
I'm not the only one who wouldn't stop. He turns to look at Van Richten and goes, "An old man far past his prime. Your last hurrah, the last crusade. You've made a mistake choosing me to be your final vampire to slay." Van Richten pushes his glasses back up into place, just glares at him, and says, "It's not about a score, Strahd. You're just a blight on the land that needs to be cleansed. Strahd looks at the 3 men in front of him and goes, well, 4 men, 5 men. There's Ismark. He looks at Ismark and goes, a man living in his shadow, barely of note. Another man with the mind of a child, hardly a threat.
Hey, he doesn't notice it, so that's good.
Now, what exactly do you plan to do to stop me? How many other adventurers have come before you and fell to my blade?
I assume too many to count. But regardless, if we should fail, others will take up the place. If you haven't been able to tell, the land, you are a blight in the land, and eventually the land will try and heal itself. It already has by giving.
I am the land. I am Barovia. This is my kingdom.
So then,
This is your hell. You're just a pestilent child who didn't get what he wanted and threw a temper tantrum.
I deserved her. She was
Yeah.
meant to be mine. How dare
Ask
you
that-
bring her into
Ask
this?
Tell that to your brother. The man you killed, all because she chose him and not you.
I loved my brother, but he took what was mine.
As I
She
said-
gave me hope and warmth.
All
Her
of this.
youth, her beauty.
All of this, Barovia, what you've done to yourself, your family, this entire place, all because of one woman. You are constantly in hell, torturing yourself over this woman that wasn't ever yours.
She will be mine.
How long have you been trying that, Strahd? And how long will you keep trying until you finally realize she will never love you?
She will be made to love me. And he rises up from the chair, walking around the table, sword clearing scabbard. Clearly, you will not listen to words. So now your blood will fill my gullet.
all right, Periwinkle, draw your sword. I don't think words are done yet, but
Periwinkle pulls the sword, the sunbeam, the sun blade, igniting to life.
does that give Strahd pause or?
Strahd does take steps back. The sun sword.
Your brother's sword, to be more exact. Another gift from the land, apparently that you control, including, and I'll pull out the medallion, including this. This was also created by the land. If you are the land, then you are essentially giving us the tools to put an end to your misery.
Saint Markovia's amulet.
What did he say? You cut out there for a second.
Saint Markovia's amulet.
Ah,
You have brought these things to my presence. He smiles. Thank you. I now have the chance to destroy these vile things.
well, I guess you're welcome on that front.
He will move in, sword above his head, to bring it down on Periwimple.
No. Medallion.
All right.
Why-
The medallion lights up, plus the sun from Periwimple's sword, and it does not seem to affect Strahd at all.
Oh my god.
Periwimple brings the sword up to block Strahd. His blade phases through the sword and through Periwimple, and the image of Strahd disappears.
Ah.
At which point there is just nothing but loud cackling laughter. The doors slam, all the lights go out, and you hear the sound of the drawbridge creaking upward. Very quickly, very suddenly.
Ah. Right. Well, expected that. Well, Van Richten, we know that we studied the castle map and all that because Alexi brought it.
So
For
was
us to study,
Esmeralda
so,
not able to destroy the drawbridge mechanism then?
I suspect this is gonna the crypts, but
We got I had
Yeah.
two people talking at once.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Daisy.
While they were talking to Strahd, Esmeralda was supposed to be destroying the mechanism that controls the drawbridge so that it couldn't be put back up. Did that not happen? She was
Apparently
doing
not.
that, and I'm supposed to be burying stuff. Okay.
All right. So to the main crew, you do know that Rahadin left you after he led you to the room. So
all right. So we know we don't have to deal with him.
Mhm.
What's the I guess the closest door to get us to the crypts from the map?
You don't know. The map.
No. Well, we studied it. Remember, that was the whole
Right.
point of Lexi bringing us the map and all that. So we know the layout.
So back through the doors you came through, there should be a set of stairs directly in front of you that lead down into the crypts.
All right. Should we take the fight there then, gentlemen, or do something else?
Eastmark
Gerard.
is more than willing to take on the fight.
Okay. Eastmark says vote for Crypt then? Is that what he's going for? What is Gerard? What are you thinking?
The last part of her prophecy was the Tome of the Father, which would probably be in the basement.
Yep, the Crypt. So I think that's where we could go, or do we want to wait for everyone else? I mean, they know where we'll probably be at, though, so...
Like, you guys have all of the pieces aside from going down there with you. So...
Wasn't there something about the chapel in Strahd's castle?
Yeah, that's where Daisy went.
Yeah, that's what Daisy's dealing with. And then Alexi's going to be the one leading the battle, so I guess we can... I guess we could go down to the crypts and... All right.
Yeah, we do
And
have
then
we have to find the bones. Due to our agreement.
Yeah, the bones and the werewolf alpha, but I don't know if I think that's something they're going to be doing. I think.
Yeah,
Was
so
it-
I'm trying to remember whose bones again.
the
Arkin
dragon.
The dragon.
Oh yeah, isn't that the big skull? Isn't there a big skull right above the dining table, or
No,
something?
not in this one. It's in the very specific room up on the third floor.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think it was like under the assumption they can go get it once we get into the castle. Like the elves will take care of Rahadin, and then
Yeah.
the werewolves will go free their alpha if Esmeralda or Daisy hasn't done it already, along with any other prisoners. And then I guess you and Daisy both know where this fight's going to be taking place, along with like a few other, like I think we said it a lot with Godfrey and all of them. So essentially, once you guys come in, you could probably just where we'll be at, so you could just come in into the crypt and have like I guess fresh blood to fight Strahd.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, I was gonna lead the Alpha's mate to into the castle once we actually got inside, so she could find her hubby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the plan was to put one of the stones in the courtyard outside so the army could deal with stuff outside, right? And then put one of them in the crypt. Or in the abbey, sorry.
I wasn't sure about the second one. I thought it was just kind of something, I don't know. I don't think we decided on a specific place for the second one. But however you want to do it.
Yeah, we left that up to Daisy, so that's like Daisy's decision.
Okay, well, when we cut to me, then I'll decide.
Yeah, that's like Sophie's choice, but Daisy's choice. Wait a minute. So I guess we'll probably head to the crypt then, if that is the plan.
All right, Matthew, as you lead your party outside through the double doors that just slammed shut on you. They weren't even locked; they just slammed shut to annoy you.
Wow. Wow. What a ghost. One of those annoying ones, just, we're going to shut the door on you. It's going to turn the lights off. Like, when you're about to fall asleep, they'll turn the lights on and open the door. It's like, oh, really, ghost?
Really, really.
Darn you, Strahd. You're so evil.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's our plan. I don't know.
Yeah, so back to the doors. There's a spiraling staircase that leads down. It also goes up, so it's like a landing that you guys can go on, and you can go up and down if you want. So, but you guys want to go down. So we'll come back to the party in a moment. Daisy, you've made your way into the chapel, so you're still on the same floor, and you just went straight ahead. Dim colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high dome ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall. 50 feet above the floor, in the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches coat with centuries of dust lie about the floor and jumbled disarray. Beyond the debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands with a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas reliefs of angelic figures intertwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar. A black mace lies on the floor near its feet. Set into the base of the stained glass windows are small little gardens that bear no flowers.
Hey, seems like an easy place to bury something.
All right. So you pull back the dirt and you put one of the stones in here.
Yep.
All right. And you can see like this green shivering fill take up the entirety of the chapel, giving you a safe haven.
Okay, and then I think I will probably go try to meet up with Esmeralda at the drawbridge.
All right. So back the way you came, back to the outside. You can see as you get back outside towards the drawbridge. You miss the party as they descend down into the stairs. You can see Esmeralda. She is no longer invisible in the midst of a heated sword fight with Rahadin.
Does it look like she's winning?
No, she is losing this fight.
Okay.
Oh no.
Does the stone work on Rahadin? Probably not, huh?
No.
Okay. So I've talked to Irene a whole bunch. I'm gonna drop the invisibility and say, Rahadin, my name is Irene. I wish to speak to Strahd.
All right. Roll a charm or quick talk, even.
I'll do charm if that's okay. And a 9.
All right. Rahadin turns to look at you, batting away a swing from Esmeralda. Looks you up and down and goes, "You had come here willingly."
I have decided to end my foolishness. It is obvious that Strahd and I are destined to be together. Why else would my soul keep returning?
He gives a quick, solid boot to Esmeralda, launching her a few feet away. He comes up to you.
I run to her. There's no need for that. I help her to her feet and press the stone into her hand. And then I turn back to Rahadin.
Esmeralda kind of looks at you, quickly backing away and running off across the courtyard. You're out of sight. Rahadin walking up to you and goes, "My lady, it is raining. The side where it is dry."
Of
And he
course.
escorts you back inside the castle. All right. So you managed to save Esmeralda. He leads you back inside the castle, and he starts leading you up to the upper floors. Until eventually taking you to the master bedroom. He tells you the master is currently busy with other visitors, and I must unfortunately find the other intruder before she causes too much damage. Please freshen up for Strahd. And he closes the door behind you, and you hear a solid thud lock.
Okay. Thud like a bar being dropped or like a
Big.
key being
It's a big,
turned?
heavy lock. It's not like a bar. It's just the turn.
It's
But
just
he's
a
locked
turn
you.
lock. Okay.
He's locked you inside this room.
Oh gosh, did you know locksmith is only a 1 if you don't take it?
Only a 1, you say.
Only a 1. Anyways.
Leaning up in the bed, giving out a big loud yawn, is Gertruda.
Hello?
Hello there. Miss Daisy, you've come back.
No, I'm actually the woman she was based off of. My name is Irene. A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you're Irene. She gives a tilt of her head, and you can see there is a good, solid bite mark in her neck. Oh, I remember Irene. We used to live in the village together. She tilts her head the other way, and you can see a second bite mark.
Yes. I am a guest of Strahd, the same as you.
Oh, it is wonderful to have another guest. I love your hair.
Thank you. Yours is lovely as well.
And she kind of like runs her fingers through it, and you can see a third bite mark on her wrist. And now that she's up close to you, she's looking down at you. You can see the fangs in her mouth. You're too late to save her.
So, what's it like?
What's what like?
He turned you, yes?
Oh, yes, I am now one of his most wonderful servants. You'll be soon as well.
Yes.
I'm sure he won't be too angry if I have a little snack.
Oh, I don't know. He does seem to have a bit of a temper on him. You know what I think would make him happier?
Oh, what's that?
Well, I gesture down to my clothes, which currently I'm wearing something that Esmeralda lent me, so I'm assuming it's fairly plain.
It's fairly plain and it's meant for travel, yeah.
Rahadin asked me to freshen up for him, but I'm afraid I don't have any clothes. Do you know of anywhere in the castle where... Oh, maybe you could help me play dress up, make me look more presentable.
The wardrobe has so many wonderful dresses in it, and immediately distracted because she's an idiot, runs away to the wardrobe, flinging it open, and it's filled with all these old, musty ballroom gowns. And she starts picking through them. Oh, I wonder what would be the most beautiful one. This one would really bring out your eyes.
I don't know. I'm afraid I was never very good with that sort of thing. Why don't you lay out your favorite picks and I'll try them on? We could have a little fashion show.
All right. You do know that this master bedroom is connected with a connected bathroom. You had to clean it once before.
Yes. Do I remember if there are any windows or anything of that?
Oh yeah, there are there's windows.
Okay. So while she's rifling through the wardrobe, I'm going to try to sneak out of a window, and then as soon as I'm outside where it would be harder for her to detect me, turn invisible. If there's any kind of ledge or anything that's small enough to stand on.
Luckily, a large wall, the wall of the Castle Ravenloft, does come up around here, so you are able to stand on that and basically scurry around the battlements.
Okay.
Right.
With the invisibility back in check, how many? 1d4 magic, you said, right?
Yep.
Oh gosh. 4 magic points? That's fine. Okay, and I know this castle pretty well, so I would probably just be trying to find another window to go back through that's not as,
Dangerous.
yeah, less teeth.
Less teeth. All right. So through this window, all the way back. So yeah, actually, as you fall around the battlements, you are able to get into one of the large. There's 2 towers here on Castle Ravenloft. It's a double spiral castle. There's the larger tower, and then there's the smaller tower. So you're able to get back into that larger tower where there is the another spiral staircase that circles up and down. As you re-enter this, up above you, you can hear just loud thum 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 thum, and there's something bright and glowing red up above.
You know, I think I'm gonna not go towards the light. And instead, since I know that there's a pissed off werewolf that will more than likely be on our side in the dungeon, I think I'm gonna go try to find him.
All right, so down you descend. Alexi,
Yep.
marching with the army has been utter hell. The rain has been unrelenting. Large, big, fat droplets, turning everything to mud and slick and sucking the horse's legs in. Um, the trees have been knocked down in front of the road. That is being slowed everything down because they required moving. The men are just absolutely miserable.
This is no doubt Strahd's work. Let's see. Who of importance is actually here with me? I mean, aside from Werewolf Chick and Irene.
So you got Irene. There's you and Irene. Sir Godfrey, Baron Kreskov.
I guess Sir Godfrey.
Alright.
Or try to get advice from him. How the heck are we supposed to progress through this mud?
You don't. You just keep marching.
I guess definitely don't try to rush it or anything. I'm just just everyone keep the pace as best you can. Don't leave anyone behind. Yeah, we're just gonna. This is not gonna be pretty. How far have we made it, by the way?
You are about halfway between the castle and Vallaki. It's probably going to be about another 3 hours march before you even get there. That's when people in the crowd start screaming.
All right, what happened? What happened? I investigate.
You turn around, you look, and you can see descending from the trees above are vampiric spawn.
Oh, great. Okay, so what are they doing? Just causing havoc?
Yes.
Let's see. Is the werewolf able to shapeshift in broad daylight or no?
In Barovia, they can.
Oh, in Barovia, they can. Let's see. Have the knights, the werewolves, anyone who is actually, capable of taking down more supernatural foes, vampires, and everything like that, as well as myself. We're just gonna start, to battle. The battle's begun here.
All right. And the battle begins. You order werewolves and knights to take care of that.
Yeah.
All right. The vampires are quickly dispatched by the werewolves. The wolves are easy enough targets for archers to take care of. All in all, you lose 70 of your men, however.
Commoners?
Common foot soldiers, yeah.
Okay.
Since we're going to be marred down anyway, make sure they don't come back. In case, I just don't want more of them turning into vampires.
All right, they go through give them shallow graves as quickly as possible. Taking anything useful that they could from them. Quick stick to the heart.
Mm-hmm. And
So
then
he
once
goes, we need to make sure that there are no further ambushes up ahead.
let's see. I'm guessing the elves are probably the best scouts for that.
All right, so you send the elves.
Yeah.
All right, the elves head off and scout ahead. As the army begins its march again.
What do they see with their elven eyes?
The elves do eventually come back and have to reroute another ambush up ahead.
All right, give the order. Go around. Keep an eye on that flank.
All right, so you managed to get around that. You are now about 2 hours away from Castle Ravenloft. All right, everybody in the castle, you eventually hear a loud explosion, and then the sound of the drawbridge slamming back open.
Is it us or?
Yeah, everybody. It is Matthew and his crew. Yes.
Okay. Looks like they got the drawbridge down.
All right.
That's good. When you said loud explosion, I'm like, the dynamite didn't go off, did it?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's in your pants.
I know. Am I alive? I didn't drop it anywhere, did I?
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're still alive for now.
Keywords there, keywords. But
Keywords.
all right. With that, I guess we could still continue going down. I have the medallion in front of me, just waving it around just in case. Power of the Morning Lords with us, hopefully.
All right. Eventually, your staircase comes to an end. To this long, hollow, the long, hollow sigh of the wind breathes semblance of life in an otherwise featureless staircase as it lets out into 68. A 10-foot wide arch corridor that is cold and moist. The cold seems to emanate from the open arch in the west wall. There is a closed door that leads further on ahead.
All right. Which way did the map say was the father's tomb?
You still have to go down as far as you know. Which if you go through the closed door and then right again, you should be able to get to another staircase that takes you even further down.
I guess we'll go that way cautiously, of course. Do you need us to roll any spot hiddens or anything like that, just in case, or?
If you want to, if you're paranoid.
I am paranoid. I'm paranoid in real life, regardless. So.
All right.
I don't see anything.
All right. What about you, Barrington?
Barrington?
Oh, sorry. Spot hidden, you said?
Yes.
All right. 1 second. Oh, that's a fail.
All right.
What about Van Richten?
Van Richten.
Come on, Van Richten, save the day.
He is successful. He has found nothing of danger.
All right. Guess continue with medallion in one hand and I guess the pistol in the other. Cautiously open the door.
All right. You find yourselves in the dark stains covers the floor of this area. A large oak table, scarred and beaten, lies scattered like toys about the room. They're wooden, crushed, and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. You have found the Hall of Bones.
What is this, Van Richten?
Looks like furniture made from bones of his enemies. He looks up at the giant dragon skull that is mounted above the door.
Oh, is that the dragon?
As Arden Voss told.
And this is his trophy room, I assume, that he was talking about adding to his collection.
I think more of a harem was his attention for the girls.
Oh. Well, we know where the dragon skull's at, so we can help the knights get that down should we survive this. Is there anything of note here, Van Richten, that we can use to our aid or to hinder him?
Unless somebody wants to try to take the dragon skull to Arden Voss told immediately.
I think that's too big for all of us to carry now. Unless, what does taking the dragon skull do? Does it bring the dragon back, or?
It just fulfills something for the... You don't know that. You don't know if it does anything at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as far as we know, we don't. Yeah. So probably not. So we'll just I guess keep going. We know where it's at to let the knights know, at least, so...
Yep.
They have to attack anyways. Let's make sure they still have a good motivation to attack. I guess we continue. Unless
All right.
Van Richten says otherwise.
Through the eastern doors, so you take a right. This hall stands in dead silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot-high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling, and the dark figure shuffles purposely down the corridor towards you.
Medallion's held out right in front of me. It's just...
So you're going to light it back up again?
Yeah. Wherever it is.
So a mongrel folk holds an arm up above his eyes and goes, stop it. Stop that, you dirty wank. What's the big idea of giving me such blinded eyes? There are purple spots everywhere now.
Are you going to attack us, or are you going to let us
No,
go?
I'm not going to attack a group of men armed to the fucking teeth.
That's good. That's a very wise decision. What's your name?
Cyrus Bellevue. What's your name?
Matthew Moore.
Yeah, you wanted the master's guest.
More like invaders, but yeah.
Master's not too kindly to you, is he? Just left you all here?
Sort of. I'm trying to remember. Did Daisy mention him?
Yes, he is the groundskeeper.
Oh, I mean, particularly like to save him, or...
Daisy, what was your opinion on Cyrus? I've forgotten.
I mean, I didn't think he was being held here against his will. I did like him and say that I wanted to save him if we could, but I also said he would probably be on Strahd's side.
Okay. So try and see him. Okay, so are you going to hinder us in any way if we kill your master?
Man, I would prefer you didn't. Although if you do, I'm probably not going to stand in your way. It doesn't look like I'll be able to do much of anything. What am I going to do? Throw a rock at you?
A rock can be very effective, just so you know.
Now, don't be smart with me, lad.
I'm just saying, not trying to be smart. I'm being realistic. But as long as you're not going to hinder us in any way, then I see no reason why we should unless Van Richten does something against him. But like,
Van
I
Richten's
think-
not going to do anything. He's got more important things to do.
yeah, as long as if you don't try and fight us or hurt our friends or anything like that, as long as you essentially just stay out of the way, you can live. Also, you want to help us kill Strahd? That's also appreciated.
Now, I think I'll just stay here.
I don't know if I would stay here. I'll probably go somewhere else, like outside of the castle, into the rain, the storm, probably away from here would be my guess, because I can guarantee, even if we don't win this fight, there's not going to be anything left of this castle.
I doubt that.
Yeah, so did the cult in Valaki. You don't hear from them anymore. But do as you wish, as long as you, again, stay out of the way. I gave you my recommendation of best way to survive. Take it or leave it, but yeah. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, unless he stops us or tries to murder us or anything like that, I don't see any reason to kill him.
All right. So you continue on?
Yep, unless Barrington, Periwinkle, or Van Richten has anything to say about it.
Neither of those two have anything much to say about this. But you continuing on?
Yep, unless Gerard remains silent, so I assume he's good.
Yeah, I got nothing else to add to this guy.
All right. So taking another left, you find a door that leads to a small hallway that leads to another staircase that goes both up and down. Spiraling staircase. Taking another one, downward you go.
Okay.
Just see where this spits you out at. Jeez, the map's not very good here. $73. Okay. All right, so in this spiral staircase, you find yourself in a damp, wet, cold corridor. Bottom of which is filled with water.
I assume there's no other way across it.
The water's surface is like a dark mirrored glass, disturbed only occasionally by the thwick of a drop falling from the ceiling.
I'll light the medallion
It's
up
about
to
3
see.
feet deep, and the water is 3 feet deep, so it's pretty deep.
Okay, I light the medallion up to see if it illuminates anything in the water or around it or anything like that.
All right. When you do that, you hear a weak cry of help coming from beyond the south door that's in this hall.
All right. Did anyone hear the cry of help?
You guys want to help?
Yeah, we all hear it too.
Yes.
Who did it sound like? What did it sound like? The help, was it a man?
It
A
sounds like
woman?
man, yes.
Oh man, okay.
You just be on guard as we head closer.
Yeah. Is there any? I guess we go in the water then, if there's no other way, or climb. I don't know if there's enough to
It
climb.
covers the entirety of the room. Like it does. This room is flooded.
Okay. Well,
This is a terrible idea. I will remove my jacket and I'll wade into the water.
All right. So you are able to feel the floor beneath your feet. It's only 3 feet deep, but this room, these halls are heavily flooded.
all right. So it's about like chest deep or waist deep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I guess we go to the room, see who's there.
All right. So Barrington, you start making your way to the south door. What about you, Moore? You do the same?
Yep.
All right, you're going to hold your gun up over your head so it doesn't get wet or anything.
Oh yeah, gun and medallion, just high in, well, not high in there, but just above the water.
All right. Suddenly, the room is plunged into darkness as Moore falls through the water underneath the surface.
Oh,
The floor suddenly just gave out underneath you, Moore, as you are fallen into this pit trap underneath the water.
yikes! Yikes!
Van Richten is with us, right?
Yes.
Right. I still got the rope, so I'm going to toss him the rope, and I'm
Alright.
going to dive in under. I'm going to dive under for more, using the rope as basically a guide, so I know my way back up.
All right. So you dive in underneath the water.
Yeah, hopefully I'll keep the medallion alight, so that way it should be shining light, so you know where to find me.
All right. So you are able to find Matthew fairly easy, but you are aware you do find Matthew fairly easy. Managed to pull him back up towards the surface.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Barrington. I am not a big fan of swimming.
As we
drowning.
serve, as I'm looking around, see if the crying is still going on, or if there's anything else like causing disturbances in the water.
No, nothing else is causing any disturbances in the water, as far as you can see.
Do we still hear the crying?
Yes.
What do you think, Matthew? Do you want to continue, or
I'm fine with continuing. I took the pistol and I mean, we'll still be able to shoot, but yeah, just if it's any water, just tip the barrel over. It'll be fine, but yeah.
so I'm going to take the sword now and basically kind of like poke at the floor as we move forward, testing for the traps, for any further pit traps.
So there are more of them. But because you're testing the water now, you are able to move around them. When you get into this room, you see that you are in a dungeon room. And you are in the very last cell, all the way at the end, is a single man with dark skin, desperately holding himself up out of the water. Who are you?
You first,
Just
please.
let me out.
You first.
My name is Emil.
Is that the alpha?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Well, what a coincidence. We needed to rescue you anyways. Our friend Alexei murdered the fake alpha.
Camille is dead?
Oh, very much so. Torn apart. Viciously.
Good. Now let me out.
Yep. The werewolves are also on their way to help get you out and kill Strahd.
Excellent. Now let me out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying this as opening the lock or.
All right. Locksmith.
It's like, yay, I can drown with ease of mind. Glub, glub, glub.
Barrington, do you have locksmith?
Let's see. Let's take a look here. Locksmith, 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, here, wait. He's chained up to something, right?
No, he's in a cell.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Cell, it's metal. What can I use here?
I guess I could taste. Give me a second to dry out some of these guns, and I can shoot the lock for you.
All right, real quick, we're going to take a quick, 3-minute break. I will have to be right back.
All right. No worries.
Give me a chance to look through my inventory. What I'm going to use here.
It was Gertruda, but that ship has sailed. What happened to Gertruda? Oh, I know she got turned into a vampire, but was the comment towards Daisy? Or Blue?
She was the third one on my to be rescued list.
Ah.
Binsky, the accountant, and Gertruda.
Well, Gertruda's gone. Unless we kill Strahd and she hasn't bitten a vampire or anyone yet, drink the blood, she might be fine. If not, yeah.
But
yeah.
and then the werewolf, which you guys just rescued or in the process of. So GG.
Hooray!
Maybe give Gertruda a quick microwaving.
Oh no. Mixed microwave noises, very mixed.
I mean, she wanted to turn me into a snack, so
Okay. Mildly happy.
She's probably gone.
Yeah. Just a bit. Oh man, so yeah, we'll have to.
Pixie says hi.
Hi, Pixie.
Hello.
Bye.
How are you doing?
And now Pixie for our halftime show.
Yeah, but yeah, so far so good. The drawbridge is down. Daisy saved Esmeralda.
And Strahd will be dead by the time I reach the castle.
Someone's probably going to be dead by the time you get here. I don't know who, though. It's one of those that's kind of good, because, again, you know the map, so you know where we'll be at. So it's one of those where it's kind of a good thing.
All right, I'm back.
In the sense that, because, yeah, you'll be like a fresh body to come help rescue us, depending on how this goes.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. So, what is your plan to try to get Emil out of this cage?
Either shoot the lock or
Being underwater for as long as it's been, are the bars rusted at all?
Yes, they are incredibly rusty.
All right. What else is in this dungeon?
There are a couple of other different. I'm sorry, hold on one moment. Right. There are a number of other different cells.
But no like torture devices or anything that I can use.
No torture devices or anything. It's just a series of 4 cells on one wall and a series of 4 cells on the other.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find like the weakest bar I can find.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to basically take this sword and take a swing at it, and hopefully try to snap it. To not risk breaking the sword, I'm gonna just try to kick it with my foot, see if it's loose enough where I might be able to just break it with strength.
Hold up, Barryton. I have a rapier if you want to use that.
Well, if it's not even gonna budge then
those things are very thin.
Yeah, we got an extra sword, just so you know that if you want to use that or need it.
Want me to make a strength check to see how well I kick this thing?
Yes.
Oh, hard success.
Awesome. You managed to get the door open.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what you were trying to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just to see if I was going to break a bar to use that as a lever, but if I can kick the door entirely open, yeah, I'll take that too.
Well, okay, well, yeah, you managed to get the bar to use that as a lever to get this door open. So, yeah. There we go. Ta-da. I totally
He's-
didn't misunderstand what you were trying to say.
He's avoiding the door trap from that one D&D session long ago. Dr. Crow has improved since then. He knows how to handle these door situations.
So,
Oh yeah, so come on out, Emil.
Emil
Or do you need?
wades out and then up with you guys. Goes, all right, let's try to get somewhere dry.
Yes. And then do you want to help us fight Strahd?
Yes, of course.
All right. Perfect. One Emil.
Still adding these characters to his
All right.
army.
Yes. Even though it's probably gonna, I don't know if this. Yeah, we'll see how it ends. But yeah, we got an Emil. So yeah, I guess we'll go back out. And continue on to the water to the next room.
All right. So you eventually find yourself in the submerged torture room. Which I have a whole thing here. Dark, low shapes thrust out of the still brackish water that fills this 50-foot square room, the ceiling of which is festooned with the hanging chains that look like thick black web strands. A balcony sits into the north wall, overlooks the room, and has two large thrones atop it, with a red velvet curtain behind them.
You said moving shapes, so medallion, light that up to illuminate the room.
All right. When you illuminate the room,
Does
the
that
remains
do
of
anything?
these zombies start to shuffle towards you, arms outstretched. That's going to be sandy rolls from all of you, Matthew and Barrington.
Yep. 35 success.
Fail.
All right. Oof, that is a loss of 4.
Hey, guess who's temporarily insane again?
Yay!
No.
All
Not
right.
good.
So we are in a fight.
Does the zombies react at all to the medallion?
Oh yeah, that's right. So they start to wither and melt away as you hold it up in front of you. So never
nice.
mind, we are not in a
Die.
fight
Oh, all right. Booyah.
because that
Happy
does
microwave noises.
Daisy.
Hello.
You've descended the staircase all the way down, switched off to a different staircase that leads you down into the room where the teleportation circle was. That Strahd used to send you back to the party. On the other side of this room is a red velvet curtain that now has sunlight peeking through between its shades.
Fascinating. Not the objective, though. You know what? She would at
All
least
right.
peek through it.
All right, you can see that you are up on this balcony where there are 2 thrones, and you can see Matthew in his group. Matthew Barrington, Van Richten, Eastmark, and it looks like Periwinkle, and it looks like they found the one guy who was dragged off into the castle that one time, which you assume to be Emil. They are currently stuck at the bottom of this balcony, burning away undead corpses with the sun, with the medallion.
Wait, I'm confused. I see them through the curtain?
Yeah, if you peek through the curtain.
Okay. And I will probably try to join them if I can get around the melting zombies.
Yeah, you're in no danger of it because you're here on this balcony that overlooks the torture chamber.
Oh, okay.
So you can see all how flooded this part of the dungeon has gotten.
Is the water currently rising?
No.
Okay. Then I'll probably try to look for a way down.
There's only the balcony, so you have to jump if you want down there.
Is there enough water to break that fall? How far up am I?
You're only like about 10 feet up, but you also know in order for them to get to the crypt, they got to get up this balcony. So jumping down there is counterproductive.
Oh, okay.
They also still don't know you're there because you're invisible.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll drop that. Matthew, up here.
Did you say something?
Yes.
Sorry, my internet went down the poop train a bit. Yeah, so she's no longer invisible then?
Yeah, she's no longer invisible. She's standing at the top of the balcony in this torture chamber.
Yeah. Okay, I guess... Okay. Oh, Daisy, we found, Emil.
I see
Say
that.
hi, Emil. Do you want to come down, or, where's Esmeralda?
Well, owing to the clang I heard earlier, I assume she managed to get rid of, or to keep the, drawbridge down. I think she's burying the second stone. There was a bit of a hiccup, but we took care of it.
Okay. That's good, that's good. I guess you could come down and help us. I guess
which
you could
direction is... So,
jump and I'll catch you?
all right.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were about to ask something, Daisy?
Yeah, because we need to go to the crypt of the father, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So they need to get up to this balcony to get level with the crypts.
Oh, so they need to come up.
Yeah.
The crypts are on this level. Gerard, do you still have that rope?
I do. Heads up. He's going to take the rope and basically take a good chunk of it and basically give it a good throw up to the balcony.
All right.
And I will catch it and probably try to tie it off, because not that strong.
Yeah. So the balcony has like these rails on it that are made of stone. So it's like, so you can tie it around one of the support poles for that. And they're easily able to climb up to the top of the balcony.
Well, to the crypts then?
Well, I guess that means we go onward.
Hopefully everything is set for the army, thanks to Esmeralda. So, yes, that just leaves us to deal with Strahd. And currently, Rahadin, well, if he realizes that I'm missing, then he believes Irene is running loose around the castle, so we could forego using the real Irene as bait and just use me.
That's good. That's really good. If he's looking for you, then he's going to be distracted. And we can continue down to the crypt to fight Strahd, and hopefully Alexei will, since he knows the layout of Castle Ravenloft, since he found the maps, he'll know where to meet us as well to lend his support.
Well, then off we go.
All right. Alexei.
Yes?
Your march through the castle to the castle has still been incredibly slow, but now you're back on the path, and you can see the castle looming closer and closer. This last 30 minutes of the push has been rough. You've lost another 50 men from another ambush that happened.
Okay.
And clearly there's been probably a couple of deserters now that they realize, oh shit, this is probably not a great idea. As you come out into the opening, you can see a number of Vistani wagons have pulled up on the road and has basically used their wagons to make a small blockade.
All right. I'm going to make my way to the front and, and just talk with them.
All right. So, leading this barricade is Lufish and Aragol, the ones who are in charge of the Vistani camp close to Valaki.
Hello? I was like, please move.
I'm sorry, brother. That can't happen.
Look, I know our family is tied with Strahd, but there's no point in keeping this up anymore. I've spent a long time in the outside world, and I used to think fondly of this place with rose-colored glasses, and to be honest, it wasn't the place I remembered. It was the people. My people. You guys. And Strahd isn't us. We need to face him together. This truce will be at an end, one way or another.
No, my brother, I don't think it will be. This valley has a nice little area where we can get away from the troubles of the rest of the world. You take this away from us, where are we going to hide?
Who do we have left to hide from? Who is after us?
There's always another group that's always willing to kill a couple of Vistani gypsy travelers.
Well, then it's time we showed them what we're made of, and not be complete cowards. Is that what I was like? Is that why everyone hates us? Is because we're cowards? Because we'll cozy up to the absolute worst person if it means our own safety?
Make a charm.
I don't have. I have persuade.
Persuade. Make a persuade.
Please. That is a success. 50 out of 63.
All right. A number of the Vistani kind of like are talking back and forth to one another. Aragel clearly losing control of his own group. Brother, you dare ask us to throw away our way of life? Not every one of us are okay with living in a factory like you. What did you get out of it?
I was like, I'm able to see this place for what it really is. It is a prison. And we are nothing. It's like, and we are nothing but the snitch. We are.
Oh my gosh, that's so very true. They really are the prison snitches. I never even thought of it that way.
Is that was like, and what reputation was like? And what was like, and when, not if, when this curse is broken, when Strahd is gone, if we don't stand up now and try to redeem ourselves, then we're all lost anyway.
I've heard enough of you, brother. You're clearly a traitor to the rest of us. Luvish, shoot him. Luvish is going to pull up his crossbow, aim, and shoot Aragol in the neck. Luvish looks over at his dead brother. He looks at you, Alexei, and goes, "Don't make me regret this, brother." Gives a whistle and has the wagons moved out of the army's way.
I won't. And even it's like, and if this doesn't work, I won't be alive to see it. So
You better hope you're not. And you are able to make the rest of the travel without having to besiege Vistani wagons.
thank you, brothers. Give Madame Eva my regards.
Luvish just gives a bit of a shrug. I'll let you continue walking by, and up ahead you can see the Castle Ravenloft drawbridge is down. Standing on the drawbridge in the middle of it is one Rahadin. And he is standing over top of a limp body.
Oh, shit.
He slowly looks up at you, kind of like making eye contact with you from this very long distance as he holds up Esmeralda's head.
Oh,
Drops it off over the side, gives a wave of his arms, and vampires start pouring out of the castle and across the drawbridge to meet your army head on. And that is where we will end tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, I am not looking forward to telling Matthew.
Oh no.
Well then.
Oh man, what could you? I'm sorry. What happened? Because my internet's being the real poopy right now. So
Nothing.
you guys cut out. I
Nothing
don't know what
happened.
happened. I heard.
We are at the gates, and Rahadin is right there. Rahadin is right there. We're gonna
I
fight
heard there's a
Rahadin.
Okay, I heard there's a limp body, and that's about it. And then it cut out, and then it said that's where you get end it there. I'm like,
Well, good game, everybody.
GG, guys. It's called the Cthulhu. Things are going to get dark here in the last game. Because next week, is going to be the last one.
All right.
There's no doubt about it. Next week's the last one.
Nice.
wow.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to die. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it's going to be a sad episode. It's going to be a sad episode as I kill all these characters you come to love. Well, it's not going to be sad for me. I'm going to have a great time. All right. Well, that will do it for us. Thank you, Hex Harper. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Amish Man, for coming to play. And thank you to the wonderful, beautiful Court of Crows. It's always wonderful to get to entertain you. But for now, that will be it. I'm Dr. Crow. I've read a book once, and it's my goal to make you smile. Not in this game. No. I'll see you guys next week for the final episode of Curse of Strahd. Bye-bye.